To discuss the zero-tariff policy, Einar Tangen joins us now. He's a senior fellow at the Taihe Institute and chairman of Asia Narratives. Einar, great to see you. We just saw the story on how this works on a business level, but what's your reaction to China's zero-tariff treatment? And tell us more about the motivation behind it and really what it's meant to do.
Well, the motivation is quite clearly, China has been pursuing this idea of opening up trade, opening up its economy, and this is exactly in line with that. A very big contrast to what the U.S. has been doing by threatening more tariffs, not only against China, but around the world. So real contrast between that in terms of why China is doing this, because obviously this is the right thing to do, especially at a time when these countries are suffering under very difficult loan circumstances. U.S. dollar-denominated loans are really killing their economy because global demand is down, and they're in a situation where they continue to have to repay in very expensive dollars.
33 African countries included. Why is the African continent so important to China, and why is it really focusing this initiative there?
Well, Elaine, it's a situation where China imports resources, but it also sells. So it has this kind of dual things. It wants to develop these countries as both resource centers and also as markets. And you can't do that by just extracting resources. You have to help these economies stand up on their own by themselves, to have their own path to prosperity. These people are looking just to have an ability to be their own countries and people. They want to get away from that kind of colonial attitude where they're supposed to just do things for other countries. They need to do something for themselves, and China is dedicated to making that happen.
Einar, this all kicked off on December 1st. How soon before all of the different sides see some big benefits from this policy? And could this become a model for other countries to follow as they look and watch how this works out?
Well, obviously, it has already been working. This isn't something that, they're just dreaming up at the last moment. Unlike Biden, who's taking a trip there to talk about a railway project, China has been involved in the Belt and Road Initiative and helping African countries over the last 10 years. And even prior to that, there were a tremendous amount of aid that was being given. It's just, this is geopolitics at work. China is trying to help, and unfortunately the U.S., who has basically ignored Africa, is accusing it of somehow being nefarious, of having loans that are at higher value, when in fact Chinese loans are almost half the rates that private loans from the West are putting on Africa. So going forward, these countries need to have an ability to go forward. As I said, it's all about the economics, allowing these people to be independent and have their own path to prosperity. And that's exactly what China has been doing and will continue to do.
Einar Tangen, thank you so much for joining us from Beijing. We always appreciate seeing you and getting your take. Thank you.